Good evening, everyone. I'd like to officially welcome you to our 87th annual, everybody hear me okay? Keep adjusting this thing. 87th annual Dinner and Business Awards. My name is Jenna Cochimilio. I'm the Executive Director for the Peabody Area Chamber of Commerce, and I will be your hostess this evening. I would like to thank all of you for joining us as we celebrate 87 years of supporting and advocating for local business. Chambers of Commerce can be found all over the world and are independently formed by business owners in their local cities and towns to advocate on behalf of their businesses' communities. The first Chamber of Commerce was actually founded in 1599 in Marseille, France, and the first and oldest Chamber of Commerce in the United States is the New York City Chamber of Commerce. Our own chamber's humble beginnings started on the evening of May 21st, 1931, with our first meeting held at Peabody City Hall. Since then, the Peabody Chamber, now called the Peabody Area Chamber of Commerce, encompassing our growing membership in other communities, has been one of the largest and most influential business groups in the area. As I look around this room, I see many people who have volunteered, joined our board, and even held an officer position within the PACC. The strength and vitality of our chamber is in the hands of our board, our membership, which is all of you, and our leadership team. Peabody has always held a special place in my heart. 11 years ago, one of the most influential people in my career hired me to work for him at the North Shore Mall. Mark Whiting, the mall manager of that mall, offered me an opportunity that completely changed my career trajectory. As I grew in my roles with Simon Malls and then into the chamber world in Malden, I always kept in touch with my friends and colleagues in Peabody, never knowing that someday I would be right back where I started. Since taking over in March, I have met so many wonderful people and have received such a great outpouring of support. So tonight, as we celebrate 87 years, I want to thank each of you for offering your time, your money, or in one case, a free glass door for our office, and your influence, all of which keeps our chamber strong and vibrant. So thank you. A stronger chamber also depends on good working relationships with our local government. So I'd like to acknowledge our local dignitaries in the room this evening, including Mayor Betancourt, Councilor McGinn, Councilor Gravel, State Representative Walsh, and Senator Lovely, who will be joining us into part of the evening. Thank you for joining us here tonight. You may have seen these lovely program books on your seats when you arrived. I encourage you to take a moment during the evening or after to look through them. I think you'll find some great messages from your fellow members and some things that you might not have known about your chamber. Included in the program are our generous sponsors, including our premier sponsor, Community Credit Union, who has also provided you with the lovely favors that are in the center of your table, and I encourage you to take those home. This event also receives support from our gold sponsors, including MRG Construction Management, North Shore Bank, Salem 5, and Wayside Trailers. Our silver sponsors include Graybock, Johnson O'Connor, Farron and Carucci, People's United Bank, and our bronze sponsors include Aflac, Reed Law Firm, Hurwitz, Richard, and Sensabaugh, Turigian Family YMCA. I'd also like to extend our gratitude to our events committee and volunteers, comprised mainly of our board members, all of which can be seen on the screens to the right and the left of me and in your program book. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge Evans Flowers for providing us with tonight's beautiful centerpieces, and Land Computer for providing us with the technology that you see here tonight. Now, I would like to introduce John Simmons and the Peabody Veterans Memorial High School a cappella group Full House, who will be performing for us tonight.
Daddy. something, somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look and when you're lost out there, all alone, like you carry you. Hey, Chamber Commons, how we doing? Wait a second, this song sounds kind of familiar. Victoria, do you know what song this is? Oh, it's the Full House theme song. Oh, why are we singing the Full House theme song? That's a really good question, audience. See, back in the 80s, there was a sitcom called Full House. I know what they're off calling this man. I wonder if they stole it. So, anywho, on this show, there's a family called the Tanners. And we're Peabody High. We're the Tanners. Take it away, Victoria. So, this next song is from a movie, and if you like DreamWorks, I hope you know it. It comes from Shrek 2. It's a song by Counting Crows called Accidentally in Love. I hope you like it. Okay. hopefully you'll remember it. That's all I'm going to say. Hopefully you'll remember it.
That's all right, last night. Thanks again for having us.
Let's give him another round of applause. That was pretty amazing. I'd now like to introduce Mayor Betancourt to give a few remarks.
Well, good evening, and it's really great to be here with all of you. And I love when I get to see our students perform. It's one of the great parts of my job is that I get to see them quite a bit at different events throughout the city, and they're always so accommodating in making sure that they're a part of whatever we're doing citywide. We had an event. It was a senior citizen appreciation luncheon a couple weeks ago over at our New Higgins Middle School, and we had the chorale, the chorus, the a cappella group come, and they just were amazing, and it was wonderful to show all the people that were there, over 500 people, the amazing talent we have in our city. So That was great to see. And I got a little nervous, though, when they said an oldie. I think a lot of people I looked around, I think a lot of people got a little nervous. And you didn't know what was coming. I think Tom Walsh told me Dancing Queen was his class song. So I'm glad that was a little bit ahead of me, but I got a little bit nervous. Students, to me, is one of the major important parts of the job is to support our students. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to stay very long today. We have 2 Peabody High School students that are receiving their Eagle Scout. They have their Court of Honor this evening, and that's an incredible accomplishment. I did commit to going there, and I want to be there. So forgive me for leaving a little bit early, but I wanted to come tonight just to say a few words and to thank all of you. The city of Peabody is far from perfect, but there's many things we do well, and there's many things that we're improving on. And one of the things I think that we've greatly improved is our working with our business community, and it was something extremely important to me that I wanted to strengthen that relationship, work with our chamber, work with our business community to make this city an even better place to live and work. Thankfully, we have some wonderful elected officials. 3 of our leaders are here today, Councilors Gravel and McGinn, and our state representative Tom Walsh, as well as Joan Lovely, who's arrived, and she's in the back, working very hard for our community, and greatly appreciate it. I did want to mention we do have some city officials here today that I wanted to thank publicly. From my office, I get to work with every day our Chief of Staff, Chris Ryder, and my Executive Assistant, Darryl McCarthy. We have Julie Daigle is our City Treasurer, previously our first City Business Development Officer. We have Beth O'Donnell is our Human Resources Director. We have Deb McGregor, who is now the Business Development Officer. Stacy Burnson is our Assistant Director of Community Development, and it's wonderful for them to be here as well. But really, I want to thank all of you for believing in our city, for investing in our community. I certainly know that there are many other cities and towns that do excellent work and work hard for the business community, and it means a great deal to have all of you believe in the city and believe in what we're trying to do and work with all of us. And not only are you business leaders, but I look around the room and so many of you give of your time separate from the business that you do to donate your time and efforts to our community in many different ways. Serving on our city boards, volunteering for different events and things that we have across our community. And it means so much to me, it means so much to our city. So again, welcome to all of you. It's great to be here with you. And again, thank you for believing in our city and investing in our community. It means so much to all of us. Thank you.
Shoes have made it this far, and I'm very impressed with myself. I have not fallen, broken an ankle. Thank you, Mayor Betancourt, for speaking to our business community. We appreciate that. Next, I'd like to introduce our premier sponsor, Community Credit Union, to come up and speak. Representing CCU President Nick Sarantopoulos this evening is Maria Robinson.
Hello, good evening. Like she mentioned, my name is Maria Robinson, and I am one of the member service representatives at Community Credit Union. I wanted to start off by just saying thank you to Peabody Area Chamber of Commerce and everyone for putting on such a great evening thus far. It has been wonderful being able to connect with a couple of you already, and I hopefully look forward to meeting up with you after as well. So unfortunately, Nick was not able to be here this evening. He was very disappointed in that. But on behalf of Nick and the CCU team, we would like to congratulate the Chamber staff for their service to the business community. We also wanted to thank Mayor Betancourt, all of the elected officials, and the community leaders for all of the hard work you have put into making Peabody successful on a daily basis. So personal, I really do not just love working at Community Credit Union, but I also love banking here as well. One of the main reasons why is because of our core values that we really do hold dear to us and we do try to extend on a daily basis. The 2 main goals is to bring our diverse community together. So we have 3 different branches. One is in Somerville, one in Peabody, and one in downtown Lynn. So just from those right there, you can definitely see that we encounter different people on the daily basis, different walks of life, different financial goals, and it's actually really great to see. and we strive daily to go above and beyond to help our community out with their financial needs in any and every way that we can. We're here to reach your financial goals by offering a vibrant and personal service that has been developed for specifically you in mind. When a lot of people hear credit union, they think small, they think outdated, they probably don't have what I'm actually looking for. But on the contrary, we offer anything from commercial real estate loans, business checking and savings. We also offer free checking and saving personal accounts, mortgages. In the springtime, we also offer first-time home buyers class, which is great if you're looking to buy a home. If you have any questions regarding that, you can always give us a call at any of our branches, or you can also look on our website as well. We also include business credit cards, regular credit cards, online banking, mobile deposits, etc. So whatever you need, we have. Another perk of banking at credit union is we have a specialist for each department. So I know sometimes with the bigger financial institutions, you can call because you have a simple question as to, I forgot my online password, and it goes through this whole big thing with all these like automated voicemails, etc. But when you call into a branch, you actually get connected with a human on the other line, which is really great. So you can give us whatever questions you have, and then we'll be able to direct you to whomever you're looking for, so then you can get the proper one-on-one care, not that you just want, but also that you deserve. I remember when I was hired at Community Credit Union, and Nick looked at me and he said, okay, are you ready to join this family? And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, once you become a member at Community Credit Union, you are family and you stay family. And I've been working there almost 4 years, and still to this day, that sentence holds so true. My coworkers and I would love for you to join our CCU family in whatever shape or way that you see fit. We'll be here tonight, so please don't hesitate to come over, say hello, let us know if you have any questions, how we can help. We brought some business cards, so if you don't want to sit and chat tonight, you can always email or call us. Again, thank you so much for having us tonight. Thank you for letting me share a little bit of what we love about Community Credit Union, and I just want to wish you all in the upcoming holiday season nothing but the best for you and your family. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. I'd like to now introduce this evening's keynote speaker, Robert Nelson. For those of you that don't know, Bob is the Massachusetts District Director for the United States Small Business Administration, and he's responsible for the SBA's financial and business development programs. With a mission to counsel, assist, and protect the interests of small businesses statewide in order to maintain and strengthen the economy. Bob, I welcome you to the stage.
Great. Thank you, Jenna. It's wonderful to be here with the Peabody Chamber. When you think of chambers and their mission, it ties perfectly with the SBA and what we're all about, and that's promoting the interest of small business and building vibrant communities. So certainly, and I'm very honored to be here at this chamber, and want to give kudos to all of you on your 87 years of operations. That's certainly a testament to some strong leadership here with the Peabody Chamber, so congratulations to all of you. So again, my name is Bob Nelson. I'm the director of the SBA for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and I think what we do at the SBA is pretty cool, and as they say in Boston, the SBA is a wicked, cruel agency. So when you think of the SBA, what we do is we help power the American dream, and we help small businesses to start, grow, expand, and recover. What could get better than that? So I really do have an amazing job helping to lead the SBA and to deliver our programs across the Commonwealth, and it's something that I absolutely enjoy and love, working for the SBA and the work that we do. So I've been with the SBA for 20 years, and I became the SBA District Director just about 10 years ago right now. And so I want you to think back in history just very quickly to 10 years ago, what was happening. So at that point in time, the economy was tanking. We were going into the economic crisis. And I can tell you that at that point in time, there were many, many days that not a single SBA loan was done. It was certainly scary times for small businesses. We established an economic crisis hotline. We implemented a 100% guarantee loan product. And I can tell you, I traveled the state twisting the arms of banks to have them make 100% guaranteed loans. These are loans that were 100% guaranteed by the government, and banks were still hesitant to lend. But you know, I can tell you that the SBA, we absolutely helped to jumpstart lending and to get banks lending again to small businesses. But you know, I just share that with you just because I want you to fast forward now to where we are. So right now, the Massachusetts unemployment is 3.6%. 95 months of continuous job creation, and I think we're going to get a new jobs report tomorrow, which is expected to be another good one. Small business confidence levels at the highest level it's been in 45 years through the National Federation of Independent Businesses. And you know what the index tells us is that small businesses are planning to hire more workers, raise compensation for current employees, and spend more on investments, according to the index. So we have a GDP that was recently over 4%, and for the third quarter of 2018 was 3.5%. And we have small businesses that are absolutely, as I travel the state talking to small businesses that are investing in their businesses, buying capital equipment because of the Tax Act. And so it's certainly a good time to be a small business, and it's important for all of us because half of all Americans either work for a small business, and small business continues to be the driver of job creation, with 2/3 of the net new jobs being created by small business. So certainly it is a good time for small business. So what are we seeing at the SBA? So at the SBA, we're probably most well known for our loan programs and helping small businesses to access capital. And the government's fiscal year ended September 30th, so I have current numbers to share with all of you. In Massachusetts, we helped 2,500 small businesses to secure close to $750 million in capital. That's just Massachusetts alone. And across the country, the SBA helped generate about $30 billion in capital for over 60,000 small businesses. So the SBA is a critical player in helping small businesses with job creation and helping with that access to capital. But here in Massachusetts, I'm really proud. I have an amazing staff. We are a small team of 12, including myself, but we deliver some mighty impacts, and it's because of our partners and relationships and our lenders and our network that we have. But I can tell you that the Massachusetts SBA, we ended up as the 5th most productive office in the entire country out of 68 offices in the United States. So if you're a small business in the market for capital and you're going to need an SBA guarantee in order to get that loan, you're in the right place. So it's important to know that the SBA, we don't lend money directly. What we do is we provide a guarantee in order to help the lender get to the yes decision and to make that loan happen. And we have 177 different lenders who used our program last year, and I know we have a number of lenders here in the room who are helping to get the capital on the street. You're the ones who are making the loans happen. We're just providing the guarantee that helps you get to yes. So can I have some applause for all of the lenders who are here today? So last year, our smallest guaranteed loan was $3,000, our largest up to $5 million. On the 504 side, which is our real estate product, which helps you to buy owner-occupied commercial real estate. We did 270 projects for over $171 million, and a 23% increase. And if you're in the market to buy owner-occupied real estate, You get a 25-year fixed rate, fully amortizing with the SBA, and it's roughly about 5.5% fixed. You can't beat the SBA 504 program, so keep that in the back of your mind. But we also help with microloans, and we had an amazing microloan year. Did over 100 loans for over $2 million. These are typically loans for your underserved communities and your startup small businesses, your real micro enterprises. And we did 100 loans for $2 million, so the average loan size about $20,000. So I did a little search on loans in Peabody last year, and there were 12 SBA loan approvals last year in Peabody. A beauty salon, an electrical contractor, a child care facility, a floor covering store, a painting and wall covering contractor, and a masonry contractor, to name just a few. So as you can see, we help virtually all types of businesses. You look at the 351 communities here in the Commonwealth, just about every community has a small business who's getting an SBA loan in just about every type of industry. But I can tell you that construction continues to be the driver of a lot of our loan activity here in Massachusetts, as you could hear some of the types of businesses in Peabody getting loans. Wherever you go in Massachusetts, you see cranes, and we are doing a lot of loans for contractors and for the trades. So job creation, which is a big part of what the SBA does. So last year with the SBA program, we helped to create over 8,000 jobs and to retain over 9,000 jobs, so combined 17,000. It really is an amazing number, which I'm extremely proud of. But again, that's because of our lending partners and the technical assistance that we provide. So I want to talk just quickly about a couple different success stories. So when you think of SBA, one of the success stories I often talk about is Under Armour. And Kevin Plank, he started that business when he was 23 years old as a student at the University of Maryland. Started that business in his basement, his grandmother's basement. And he got some early help with the SBA and an SBA guarantee, which helped him to get Under Armour really going. I want you to think of Chobani Yogurt up in upstate New York. The SBA 504 program helped an immigrant entrepreneur to buy a defunct yogurt factory, which started the Greek yogurt phase. And that only happened with the help of the SBA. I want you to think of Melville Candy, which is our Massachusetts Small Business of the Year last year. The owner of Melville Candy, he was laid off from his business, laid off from his job as an iron worker in 1978. And again, he started small and has grown that business up to 150 employees. He was the Massachusetts Small Business of the Year last year. So it really is incredible, the power of entrepreneurship, the power of passion, hard work, commitment, and certainly a little bit of good luck. But using the SBA programs along the way to help you to even out the playing field. So I do want to mention one other thing. So October was Women's Business Month, and it was actually the 30th anniversary of the passage of an act which helped the SBA to start funding women business centers. And, but the other thing with that act was 30 years ago, women-owned businesses, in order to get a loan, needed to have a male cosigner. Pretty amazing, 30 years ago. So we really have come a long way, but there are still gaps and challenges and a lot of work to do. So, but as we get into November, we are getting to National Veteran Small Business Week. So if I could have the veterans who are here to please stand up to be recognized for your service. Supporting all small businesses, women-owned businesses, minority small businesses, veteran-owned small businesses. We do this through our loan programs, through our government contracting efforts, through our technical assistance. What I want you to know is that the SBA is here as a resource. We want to be your small business resource. So please connect with us. but I want to congratulate the small businesses who are here today, who are building vibrant communities and who are going to be recognized later today. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bob. For those of you that don't know, the Chamber of Commerce partners with the SBA, and it's something that I'm actually very passionate about it. I've started 2 businesses myself with SBA Help through their SCORE mentoring programs. But here at the Peabody Area Chamber, we actually offer mentoring programs through the Small Business Development Center. And many times I find this is a resource that a lot of people don't realize. It's a free mentoring resource. We have a local on-site mentor, Walter Mannanen, who is an experienced professional, very well-versed in anything and everything business. So if you ever have a need and want to schedule time with him, you can reach out to myself or Maria. It's free, it's perfectly confidential. I started a retail business when I was very young, using the SCORE program through that. Helped me through everything from picking out the name of my business to how to apply for a business license to financing. And then later in life, starting a consulting business as well with dealing with customer issues. So at any point in your business, those types of resources are available. So I encourage you to look into them if you have a need or reach out to us. They're all free and they're all confidential. So moving on, where are we at? We are moving on to our board. So I would now like to invite our entire 2018-2019 Board of Directors to join me here at the left side of the stage. That means you guys. Maria, can you shut off that projector? Oh, close the front screen. Sorry about that. I made a snafu on the board or the stage sizing, so originally they were all going to come up here, and I ordered the wrong size stage, so that is my bad. Anyway, so part of the event tonight is welcoming our new board members to our board, and a little bit on what Bob was saying, I'm really excited that we have 4 women joining our board this year, 2 of which are here tonight, and we will be honoring them, and the other 2 we will be honoring at our December board meeting. So now I'd like to ask the following members to join me on the stage. Marissa Sabo, owner of Well and Simple. Trisha Labby of TL Massage Therapy. And our next is actually someone that's been on our board but has taken over a seat for someone else. We'd like to have Lisa Mayhew of Wiley and Conference Center join us up here as well. Lisa was fulfilling the remainder of the board term held by Jennifer Polio and has been an awesome addition in great fashion, as you can see, to our board. In addition to these amazing women, we also have Liz White of North Shore Bank joining our board this year. And then we also have Randy Holland, North Shore Community Action Program, joining our board. Thank you, ma'am. Congratulations and welcome. Oh, doing sorry, photographer. Yes.
No, not yet.
All right. So now I'd like to invite our outgoing chairman, Chris Fiesel, to the podium.
Good evening, everybody. I am excited to announce that Mike Murray is taking over his chair tonight. Mike and I had a little bit of back and forth because we are very good friends before this, and I told him I was going to come up with some good comments about him that everybody would find happy, and then he pointed out that he was speaking after I am, so I cut that part out. So it has been an honor to have served as the chairman of the Peabody Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors for this year. Turned out to be a year of monumental change for the chamber, and I just wanted to take a moment to recognize some of the accomplishments of the chamber this year. Shortly after the new board was installed this time last year, our board was tasked with finding a new leader for our organization. Our executive board waded through hundreds of resumes, including one, and I'm not making this up, from a Russian gentleman named Boris, who listed Vladimir Putin as one of his references. I dared Mike Murray to make that phone call to check references, but he did not do it. So we reviewed 150 resumes. We conducted over 50 phone interviews, more than a dozen in-person interviews, and finally found our great new executive director, Jenna Cochimilio. And I finally learned how to pronounce her last name. We moved the chamber office twice. We're now in a much nicer and less expensive office at 49 Lowell Street, which allows us space to host the Young Entrepreneur Academy. 56 businesses joined the chamber last year, which is about a 50% increase, which was amazing. Very good. They hosted 57 events, including business after hours, signature events, business studio workshops, power up, ribbon cuttings, and multi-chamber networking. Not much, really. 24 business counseling sessions offering support to over 70 existing and potential business owners. Facebook followers were increased by 220 with a total of 1,780 followers. And the chamber distributed $5,000 in scholarships to Peabody area students. All of these accomplishments were due to the phenomenal work of Jenna and Maria and the support of a great board of directors. I'm pleased to be handing off the reins of the chamber to my friend Mike Murray.
I thought this was a roast. Someone kind of tricked me here. So all this material's out the window. Yes. Oh. That's, this is like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Yes. Okay. Good evening. I'm Mike Murray. I'm the incoming chairman of the board of the Peabody Area Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to thank all of our elected officials, guests, chamber members for coming tonight. The Peabody Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization I've been proud to be a part of since 2007. They're great advocates for the business community and just making the community better overall. Right now, I'd like to introduce our slate of executive board members. So please hold your applause to the end. Unless you have no self-control, then yell all you want. So I'd like to, Teresa Reed from Reed Law Firm. See, I knew people would have no control. Corey Jackson, Citizens Inn. Second Vice Chair. Treasurer Matt Gonzalez, returning from MRG Construction. Taylor Sparkus from Eastern Bank. And our past chairman, he thinks he's leaving, but he's really not, Chris Fiesel. Congratulations, everyone.
Oh, sorry.
We're not working well here. So, speaking of Chris Fiesel, what do you say about Chris Fiesel? All right. I really don't know. What do I say about Chris Fiesel? I've known Chris personally and professionally since 2007. We shared office space together. We started in the chamber together. Chris exemplifies what the Peabody Chamber is all about, helping others, trying to build others' business, helping the community, and I couldn't give this award to a better guy. So this year, the focus for 2018-19, we wanted to focus on three areas. One is helping our members grow a better online presence. The statistics are overwhelming of how much business has been converted to digital media, to social media, and we really want to focus on helping our members transition towards that means. Some stats were that consumers now spend more than 5 hours a day on average on their smartphones. So they're shopping, they're buying, so they can be buying from our members. They could be taking selfies too, but they're probably, we'd rather have them buying from our members. One of the other things is we want to focus on engaging our entire membership. The downtown, they've done a great job between Peabody Main Streets, between the Chamber and the city. We want to also reach out to our friends in Centennial Park, our friends in South Peabody, and surrounding communities who are members to really enhance their membership as well. And then last but not least, we want to continue to advocate on behalf of our members and help work with the local city governments and state governments to help build their businesses up. So working together, we can improve our local economies and make Peabody and surrounding communities the premier place to live on the North Shore. Thank you. So I have one more course of action. Our outgoing past chair, Chris, the marketing guy, Pesci. We'd love you to come on up, Chris, from North Shore Bank. Chris has been a tireless member of the board of the Chamber, advocating for the Chamber, and he's getting the You Make a Difference Award. And we have it right here. So come over here, you banking devil. We got a... It's not a car. It's not a car. Congratulations. Thank you.
You guys can be seated. Thank you so much. What happened to the microphone? We had like a giant up here. Just this thing. So, another exciting part of the evening. I would like to now invite our newly promoted Programs Director, Maria Terrace, to the stage. Maria and I will be the Tina Fey, Amy Poehler part of your evening. We used up all of our jokes already.
We did.
But that's okay. So each year, the Chamber celebrates membership milestones. And tonight we are fortunate to have 9 members hitting a milestone this year joining us tonight. As I announce each of you, please join us here to the left of the stage. People's United Bank, thank you for being a member for 10 years. Aflac, Chris and Lynn Fiesel, thank you for being a member for 15 years. Enterprise Center at Salem State University, thank you for being a member for 15 years. Peabody Rotary Club, thank you for being a member for 15 years. Expeditors International, thank you for being a member for 20 years. Citizens Inn, thank you for being a member for 30 years. You're going to back up over here with the certificates.
All right, let's get a picture up
Get
here.
a picture.
I'm getting tired. Thank you.
We have 2 more left, and both of them are just as special as everyone, but pretty momentous. North Shore Mall has been a member for 60 years. And Mark Whiting looks pretty good.
Here, you should give him this one.
I will give him this one.
I say something?
You want to say
Yeah, I want to say
Come on,
something real
say
quick. It feels like I've been there for all 60.
I want a photo with you.
Thanks, Dan.
And last but certainly not least, our second longest standing member, North Shore Bank, 80 years.
We'll do all three with this one?
Let's get up here. Let's
Get up here. Just like at home.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so this year, we tasked our nominating committee and our membership to help us choose the nominees for the following 3 business awards. As you can imagine, it was extremely hard to choose 3 per category, which is why we actually ended up with 6 nominees for our Business Member of the Year award. Nominees were chosen based on their engagement and participation in the Peabody Area Chamber of Commerce and the greater Peabody business community within the last 12 months. Just like the Oscars, but on a budget, a very restricted budget. We have the winners sealed inside of envelopes, and only Maria and I have been privy to the winners. We've even turned down bribes, back rubs, fielded inquiries on how to stuff the ballot, including this evening, but we've kept our lips sealed this entire time, which is very hard to do. So we're going to start with our new Member of the Year nominees, and those nominees are all listed on your slideshow. We turned that one off the photo. Have been listed up there as well. So our new member nominees this year include Barefit Training Systems, DD's Original Biscotti, and Organizing by Cheryl. Maria?
The envelope, please.
The envelope? You open the envelope.
You want me to open it?
Yep. Don't break the glasses, we're on a budget. Fancy envelopes.
They are. And the winner is, you want me to say it?
You say it.
Organizing by Cheryl.
For those of you that know Cheryl, who is the owner of Organizing by Cheryl, she and her partner in crime, George, who is also another chamber member, are extremely busy and at every networking event possible on the North Shore. So tonight they are actually participating in another networking event where they are on the runway doing a fashion show. So they're not able to join us tonight, but Cheryl did share a message with us that she would like me to share on her behalf. Thank you, Peabody Area Chamber members, for this award. I'm sorry that I'm unable to be there tonight, but grateful that Jenna is going to read this very long list of thank yous. Just kidding. I'll keep it minimal.
And you have to do air quotes around minimal.
Minimal. She's a minimalist.
She's a minimalist.
You should see my closet. It looks beautiful. I would like to thank Jenna and Maria at the Chamber for their support and help over the past year. I would also like to thank George Harrell for his continued support and encouragement, and also for driving me around everywhere. Thank you to the Chamber members who hired me and connected me to folks who needed organizing. I'm extremely grateful. I do this work so that others can focus on what's important in their life without stressing out about clutter. Thank you. Next up is our Nonprofit of the Year Award, and the nominees in this category include Citizens In, North Shore Community Action Program, and Northeast ARC. Maria?
You have to seal and seal.
I double sealed all the envelopes because it looked prettier when you added the gold thing on, and then
And the winner is?
and the winner is
Citizens In.
thank you so much. I have to say, the other nominees, I mean, Northeast Arc and NASCAP, your work in this community has been phenomenal this year. Northeast Arc with Breaking Grounds and the Black Box Theater. NASCAP with unprecedented activity in getting people off the streets and into housing this year. Among great company, so everybody deserves this award in the nonprofit space. We just had a gala Friday night where we raised $200,000. A lot of that support is right here in this room, so I have all of you to thank. And this absolutely cannot be done without the amazing staff at Citizens Inn. They work so hard at both our shelter programs for families and at Haven from Hunger, feeding 15,600 meals every year. 1.7 million pounds of food goes out our pantry every year. It's heroic effort, and can't do it without all of you. So thank you very much.
So I'm going to cut in with one other thing that I forgot in my notes. Very well written notes, but apparently I forgot. We have another member here tonight that is also celebrating an anniversary, and this is a member that I've known myself for a long time, and I know is very giving and generous to the community, and also providing some amazing life-saving support to our community. So Dennis Cataldo, please come up. Thank you for being a member for 15 years as a clinic ambulance. He was trying to leave, but he couldn't get up.
I was all right in the chair.
I know. He's also a very good MC if you're ever looking for someone for an event.
Thank you.
Yes.
What are we doing?
We're taking a photo. This guy right here.
Thank you.
All right. So the most contentious award is our last award for the evening. This is our Business Member of the Year award. And as I mentioned earlier, we have 6 amazing nominees. The nominees include Barbershop Off the Square, who has barbershop cufflinks on tonight. Very stylish. I love it. Okay. Autographs available later. MRG Construction and Management. North Shore Bank. Peabody Wealth Advisors. Phil Richard Insurance. And Salem 5 Bank. All right, Maria.
Ready? And the winner is Peabody Wealth Advisors.
Thank you, everyone. There were some great people in this category. Even Matt Gonzalez, one of my favorite guys ever. Nice friendly competition. So thank you. It can't be done without Brian on my team, our entire team here, and most especially my wife, who puts up with me being out night after night, out building a business and trying to be a good part of the community. Thank you so much.
Give a round of applause for Maria, too. And that is the close of our evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Drive safely.